Live from Cedar Cliff High School, ABC 27 Sports and Advanced Hoops presents High School Basketball Live. Tonight, it's a girls-boys doubleheader as the Cedar Cliff Colts meet the Redland Patriots, presented by Arlington. Live from Cedar Cliff High School, ABC 27 Sports and Advanced Hoops presents High School Basketball Live. Tonight, it's a girls-boys doubleheader as the Cedar Cliff Colts meet the Redland Patriots, presented by Arlington Orthopedics. Hi again, everybody. I'm Greg Mace, together with Advanced Hoops Director Charlie Fortney. What an atmosphere here tonight. This gym has been packed. Charlie, these are two schools separated by just 6 miles. They're in the same district. This is a great rivalry.
Well, this is much like the CD-CD rivalry we did on TV last week. But this game has an intensity about it. These two schools really embrace this. The student sections declare that.
All right, let's talk about the girls' game first. Sort of a contrast here. The Cedar Cliff Colts with a junior-senior-based team, while Redland is younger in their building.
Well, they do have Kylie Mormon, who's doing a great job leading her team at about 14, 15 a game. And a sophomore standout, Danny June, doing tremendous over the last couple games, but they will need the supporting cast to make this game competitive and possibly win.
All right, let's give you a taste of what you're going to see here tonight. Down this end is the Red Sea. Over here is the Golden Corral. These are the Cedar Cliff kids, and they're getting ready. The opening tip-off coming up. It's Redland and Cedar Cliff next on ABC 27.
There's something to be said for a company that has survived the Great Depression, weathered a handful of recessions, and emerged from today's challenging marketplace stronger than ever. And it's worth noting that success has come while keeping its headquarters and decision-making local for more than 80 years. Perhaps growing deeper roots to ensure strength and stability is an idea whose time has come. We figured that out 8 decades ago. Penn National Insurance.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When an injury occurs, think Select Physical Therapy. Select leads the way in providing patients with clinical expertise using the latest medical research and techniques. Our team provides physical and hand therapy, pre- and post-surgery, work injury rehabilitation, and much more. With several locations in the Harrisburg area, let Select return you to activity at home, work, or play. Select Physical Therapy. Recovery starts here.
Having been to Arlington Orthopedics several times over the past roughly 15 years, I have found them to be very caring.
For 15 or 20 years, I've dealt with sciatic nerve pain down both legs. Kind of figured I was going to have that all my life.
Because of crippling arthritis, I no longer could hold on to things.
We went through this disc fusion surgery. It's just changed my whole life.
The pain is virtually gone, and he fully expects me to return to 100%.
Ryan and Todd from Hoffman Ford.
Harrisburg's largest volume and only Ford dealer. What does Hoffman Ford mean to you?
Respect, outstanding customer service,
honest communication, superior sales and service staff. Did you know that we're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week?
Check us out at hoffmanford.com.
Check out our new and used inventory, look for service specials, make appointments, get a quote, and even apply for credit.
That's right, just another reason why Hoffman Ford is Harrisburg's most powerful name in Fords.
As we get set for the opening tip-off, the boys-girls doubleheader here. The girls are first, Redland in the red and Cedar Cliff in the white. When we got here at about 4:30, there were people lined up outside here to get in. Then they opened the doors at about 5:15, and the kids started streaming in. We did a live shot on ABC 27 News about 5:25, and the Red Sea, which are the kids you see right there, which are the Redland fans, and you saw the Golden Corral here a little bit earlier, were already in their seats, and they were already shouting back and forth, getting ready, Charlie, this is somewhat reminiscent, I think, of the old days when Steel High, Harrisburg, Carlisle, you'd pack the gym every night. I can't remember in recent memory a regular season high school game with this atmosphere.
Well, and that was the JV game that was packed. Now we have a varsity girls game playing before a varsity boys game. There's a lot of people that talk about that this should happen on a regular basis to give girls a little more equality with fans watching them play and try to expose that sport. But the bottom line is hats off to Cedar Cliff and Redland for making this happen tonight and being willing to do whatever it took so that both programs could get equal billing.
All right, I want to take a look at our Penn National Insurance keys to the game, and we talked about Redland being somewhat younger than Cedar Cliff. The Colts have an older senior, junior-based team, and as we look at our keys to the game, certainly Redland is going to have to step it up here tonight.
Well, Redland needs to have a big game. Danny June and Kylie Borman need to have their usual double finger night, step up to the challenge of this rivalry. They need offense from a third or fourth player and maybe even some key players coming off the bench to support them. I know Cassie's and Gary's been getting more playing time. She's got some size. Brother is very star on the basketball team. And then Cedar Cliff needs a key on Kylie Borman's outside shooting. Pressure Danny June early. Don't let her get going. She's getting a lot of confidence. And then great defense to limit the easy baskets.
All right, we are set to go.
There's that big banner of ours, Greg. It takes a lot to put that thing up, but I'll tell you what, it's in the right spot, right on top of the Golden Corral, because that's where the attention is going to be tonight with these kids.
Look at that. They get the beat Redland on there, and we're ready to tip, and here we go. First of a doubleheader here on ABC 27, and Joe Krug controls the tip. Cedar Cliff coming off a tough loss to Susquehanna Township in overtime. Missing the first shot, and here comes Redland.
Now look for Kiana Williams from Cedar Cliff. She's one of the girls that make them go, and she's hitting double figures for Cedar Cliff, and she's definitely like a force to be reckoned with.
June with a floater, missed, and the Colts get the rebound. It comes to Vera Dickey.
Well, and there's Danny June coming out with some confidence already. Versatile, 6'1", probably the most versatile sophomore we have in the area right now. 6'1" sophomore, can shoot the three, take it to the basket. She can score from anywhere on the court, and a very long defender.
No score opening minute. Dickey, corner to Williams, to the baseline. Tried the reverse, and Cedar Cliff comes away. Almost loose on the floor, and it's a travel.
Well, and you see Kiana Williams early. She's their slasher. She's their scorer. You see her earlier trying to get it going, but a nice contest by Redland there to keep her out of the lane.
So Williams will trigger in, and we got a little wet spot on the floor there. We're going to mop up. Boy, we've said this. We're going to say this all night long. This is just an electric atmosphere. During the warm-ups, they were playing great music, and I think you're right. This is terrific to have a boys-girls doubleheader where both schools are getting a lot of support. There's the Red Sea.
The Red Sea, and they will be very active. You know, Greg, it was funny. You know, not funny, but tonight I struggled coming to the game. I had a daughter that was sick, and she was not feeling well, and she wanted Daddy near her side. And I told her I'd mention her on the air. I told Autumn, if you're at home, Daddy loves you. But I'll tell you what, I'm picked up by this atmosphere. Autumn, I encourage you to watch the game from home on the couch here and get excited about this atmosphere as well.
Minute gone by. Even if you're ill, you can get pumped up over this one tonight. Dickey. Joe Krug gonna go baseline. Williams, the follow and the foul on the way up. It looks like Faith Midgardner.
Well, a Coach Andy Bell coach team. Like Coach Andy Bell has done a tremendous job with Redland. This is a program that needed some continuity, a couple coaching changes, and he has done a tremendous job with work ethic with these girls. I mean, he's built this program. It's not where he wants it to be right now. It's not where it's going to be. He's got a young team, but man, hats off. These girls play hard. You see the diving after the loose balls, contesting every shot, and look for this to be the whole night.
Faith Midgarden gets the first point of the game. She's a senior.
Greg, you mentioned it earlier. This is a senior, junior-dominated team. And we talked a lot about Danny June and Kylie Borman's tandem, but how about Vera Dickey and Kiana Williams, the points they're putting up for Cedar Cliff.
And there's the steal by Dickey, and she's got the first field goal of the game, and it's a 4-0 Colts lead. I like the way that guard combination plays.
Well, and somebody might be wondering, why is 6'1" Danny June? Good rebound.
Yeah, Lexi Schaefer drove, and Jody Gall got the rebound and was fouled.
Well, Jody did a tremendous job. Now, she's only junior. She's one of Coach Bell's luxuries that can come back next year. 5'10", very competitive forward for Redland. Great rebound.
And she will get the first free throw of the game for Redland.
Well, imagine if you're in Redland shooting in the background of the Golden Corral. I don't know if they have a shot of that from the other angle, but I'll tell you, boy, that's like shooting at with Cameron Crazies in the background.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Reminds you of being at Duke.
Stepped over the line there. Joe Gabriel, our tallest official on the court, caught that.
So Cedar Cliff looks to add to their 4-1 early advantage. First quarter here on ABC 27, the first of a boys-girls doubleheader. There's Dickey, didn't get the roll. Cedar Cliff got the rebound. Breslin missed, another rebound, but Williams is called for traveling.
I like the way Redland's packing it in the middle. They're not giving Cedar Cliff anything up front. Here we have Cedar Cliff staying with that full court pressure. And that makes sense because they have the depth to do this over the long haul of the game.
Lexi Schaefer went to her left again, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to Redland.
I was trying to say earlier, Danny June, 6'1". People probably wonder, why is she taking the ball out of bounds? Well, because Coach Bell wants someone to throw it back to that can handle the ball. And at 6'1", she's a very good ball handler.
Miss from the outside. Cedar Cliff got the rebound, but Redland got the rebound, but stepped on the end line.
Well, that's Kylie Borman. Kylie's not going to be discouraged by that shot. This girl is all guts. She will keep slinging, and they will fall for her tonight. Kylie's going to Eastern University, Greg. I had the privilege of being a part of just her training in the fall. She's just a great kid, a hard worker. Coach Bell has done a tremendous job developing her leadership skills.
Aaron Halseth, top of the circle. They work it around. Jill Krug. Breslin. Redland clears the boards.
Well, and they keep limiting Cedar Cliff to one shot. They keep doing that. They're going to hang in this game here.
It's Borman.
When you see Borman getting doubled, because Cedar Cliff knows how important her production is for Redland. She's being doubled every time she catches the basketball.
Nice block by Kara Breslin.
When you're 33% of a team's offense, you're going to be doubled, Greg.
Colts patient. Breslin to the baseline again. Shot blocked. The rebound falls. Faith Midgarden. Big offensive rebound, and she's got the early 4 points for Cedar Cliff, and she'll go to the line.
Well, I'm starting to have faith in Faith here, I'll tell you that, because she's been getting the job done, and a very stingy defense that Redland has. She's getting the buckets, the garbage points, and that's what coaches need.
Good rebound, way to stick with it for Midgarden. And she's got the opening 5 of the first Cedar Cliff 7 points. Redland quick ball movement. Schaefer gathered it up off the floor. Big rebound by Breslin. Vera Dickey. I like the way Cedar Cliff is staying on their offensive boards.
Oh, they really are, and I don't know if we get a chance to see that again, but that was looked like a good block. But again, we can't see the waist area from here. She might have been grabbed on the arm or whatever, but Redland's just not giving up anything easy. I mean, they knew going into this game this was going to be a challenge, but I give them a lot of credit. They're not giving anything easy, but they need to get something going offensively, Greg, or it's going to be a long night.
Dickey's got 3. Still has 3. Nice follow by Breslin, but missed. And we got a whistle, and it will go back to who's getting the ball. Well, we'll find out after this timeout. 4 minutes, 3 seconds left, first quarter. 8-1 Cedar Cliff.
There's something to be said for a company that has survived the Great Depression, weathered a handful of recessions, and emerged from today's challenging marketplace stronger than ever. And it's worth noting that success has come while keeping its headquarters and decision-making local for more than 80 years. Perhaps growing deeper roots to ensure strength and stability is an idea whose time has come. We figured that out 8 decades ago. Penn National Insurance.
Are colored copies really 10 cents?
Yeah, 10 cents.
It's easy. Call Fortney Printing. They punch in the order, copies get made, quickly put in boxes. Fortney Printing delivers on time.
Wow! Only 10 cents.
Greg Mays, Charlie Fortney back with you live. Our boys-girls doubleheader from Cedar Cliff High School. Great atmosphere, and Cedar Cliff off to an 8-1 advantage. They get the ball back.
You know, the defense is fine for Redland right now. You know, you go 4 minutes and a half. It's only 8 points, but Redland just has to manufacture something on offense here, Greg. We're going to have to find a way to get these girls the ball.
And a quick turnover, nice tie-up, and here come the Patriots. Emily Bergeson, sophomore, into the game. And it'll go right back to Redland. There is not a seat to be had in this gym right now. So we're glad you're with us here on ABC 27. It's Lexi Schaefer, she's a senior. Borman.
A lot of pushing and shoving going on there. Danny June is trying to get some position, and good. She's fighting on both ends of the court here.
Like Vera Dickey leaned in a little bit, but you're right. A lot of physicality underneath.
Well, Redland's got to try to go to Danny because she is the tallest player on the floor, and she's one of their best options because Kaylee Borman is getting keyed on here.
Steal, jump, ouch. It's going back to Cedar Cliff. They have the possession arrow. Oh, they're grabbing for the loose balls. But you're right. You know, Redland's played better than an 8-1 score right now. They just haven't gotten anything to fall.
Exactly. I mean, anytime you can hold a team to 8 points with, you know, you're well into halfway through the first quarter, that's fine. You just got to put baskets in on the other end.
0 of 4 from the field, 0 of 1 from the three-point line. They got 4 turnovers.
Well, and Cedar Cliff's pressure, full court pressure, is keeping Redland from getting settled. And again, I think it's a little bit of that inexperience we talked about, and the Redland could use maybe an extra ball handler out there that they don't have right now.
Vera Dickey, and it's 10-1 Cedar Cliff. It's Lexi Schaefer off the cut. Looking for somebody underneath. At last touch by Redland. It goes back to Cedar Cliff. 3 minutes left, first quarter. And a reminder, we have the boys game following this one. 2 of the best teams in the area, both 9-2.
Yes, they are. One coming in with a big win and one coming in with a big loss. It's going to be interesting to see how the Redland boys respond tonight, but Cedar Cliff has them at home, and it's going to be interesting to see if Cedar Cliff can finally break that 0 for naught over the last couple years in this rivalry.
Dickey missed. Schaefer got the rebound. Who's got the loose ball? Cassie Ulrich. Cassie Ulrich saved it to Kiana Williams for 2 more. Williams' first 2 of the game.
Almost seems like if Redland can just get a bucket, stop the bleeding, get a bucket, and make something happen, just to get in this game and see what happens here.
So they'll make some substitutions. Cassie Zengari into the game.
Yeah, her brother's second leading scorer in the area at 21 a game, and then now naturally she's a freshman, but definitely basketball runs in the blood there, Greg.
Traveling against Redland.
Yeah, the girls for Redland can't catch a break right now. I'm rooting for them to catch a break because it'd be nice to see this become more of a game.
Coming up to 2 minutes left first quarter. Off the steal, there's Schaefer again, takes it herself. Boy, it's just not falling for the Patriots, even on a nice turnover. Nice steal. She had the step.
You know, I would have called a foul, grabbing on the arm, put her on the foul line. But, you know, that's why I'm commentating and not reffing, Greg.
Spoken like a true player.
Hurry up, we're in blocking the view, girls.
Redland looking for their first field goal. Jody Gall cutting. They're moving the ball well. Go high post to Gall. And another whistle, and we'll jump it up, and this time it should go back to Redland.
Well, and there's Kaylee Borman showing some leadership. She made a nice pass to post. Now she's tying up the loose ball, trying to make something happen for a Redland team.
Lexi Schaefer will trigger it in. To June. One more shot. They got 3 shots there. Wouldn't fall. Colts ball.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, they're not catching a break at all. I mean, there was a couple situations. I'm a fan of the mid-pen officials, as you know, but there was a couple on-the-hand situations. I thought it was 3 different times in a row where they could have got on the foul line there.
Under a minute left, first quarter. And this time it'll go back to Redland. Mark Collier, coach of Cedar Cliff, been happy with the way his team's been playing in this game and throughout the year. Said they came off a very tough loss to Susquehanna Township in their last game in overtime.
Well, this couldn't happen to a better guy. I mean, Mark's been so really good to deal with over the years with kids, and just has the right intentions. He's a hard worker. And for Cedar Cliff to be benefiting from the fruit of his and his coaching staff and the school's labor, I'm really happy for him.
Wouldn't fall for Zengari. Got another jump. Nope. Jill Krug comes away with it.
Well, you know, I think there's a statement being made earlier that you're in Cedar Cliff's house right now. You can see that on a bunch of those takes to the basket.
Kiana Williams has 4. Gall to Borman. Colts get the steal. Final seconds. They got 1 shot blocked. Nice defensive play by Redland, end of the quarter. Colts lead by 13, end of 1, and you're watching high school basketball live on ABC 27, presented by Arlington Orthopedics.
There's something to be said for a company that has survived the Great Depression, weathered a handful of recessions, and emerged from today's challenging marketplace stronger than ever. And it's worth noting that success has come while keeping its headquarters and decision-making local for more than 80 years. Perhaps growing deeper roots to ensure strength and stability is an idea whose time has come. We figured that out 8 decades ago. Penn National Insurance.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When an injury occurs, think Select Physical Therapy. Select leads the way in providing patients with clinical expertise using the latest medical research and techniques. Our team provides physical and hand therapy, pre- and post-surgery, work injury rehabilitation, and much more. With several locations in the Harrisburg area, let Select return you to activity at home, work, or play. Select Physical Therapy. Recovery starts here.
Having been to Arlington Orthopedics several times over the past roughly 15 years, I have found them to be very caring.
For 15 or 20 years, I've dealt with sciatic nerve pain down both legs. Kind of figured I was going to have that all my life.
Because of crippling arthritis, I no longer could hold on to things.
We went through this disc fusion surgery. It's just changed my whole life.
The pain is virtually gone, and he fully expects me to return to 100%.
Ryan and Todd from Hoffman Ford.
Harrisburg's largest volume and only Ford dealer. What does Hoffman Ford mean to you?
Respect, outstanding customer service,
Honest communication, superior sales and service staff. Did you know that we're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week?
Check us out at hoffmanford.com.
Check out our new and used inventory, look for service specials, make appointments, get a quote, and even apply for credit.
That's right, just another reason why Hoffman Ford is Harrisburg's most powerful name in.
That is the Golden Corral. They've got a lot to cheer about so far here in this first half of play. 14-0 is our 14-1, I should say,
yes,
is our score.
Okay, Redland's trying to mix it up here, run and trap. You know, Coach Bell wants to try to get his girls in the game, get an easy basket here. And it forced a quick shot.
Redland had 8 turnovers in that first quarter. A lot of them forced by Cedar Cliff, as they still look for that first field goal. Nice rebound by Vera Dickey.
Redland needs to get something going to the basket, maybe try to draw a foul, or like I said, try to get some easy baskets.
Breslin gets her first 2.
Cedar Cliff's getting their share of the basket points around the paint. That's always where you want to get them. Takes the pressure off the outside shooters.
Ball coming right at us.
Well, and Danny June had that in mind, but I'll tell you, Cedar Cliff's doing a good job of just doubling and making that there's just no room.
So Danny June will trigger it in right in front of our broadcast location here at Cedar Cliff.
Tell you what, she's been doing a lot of nice things this game. A lot of little things. There's Kaylee and Danny working together there. Keanu Williams got a tip on the ball there, showed her defensive abilities right there.
Flanagan to Williams. Dickey for 3. And it'll go to Redland. It's a beautiful new gymnasium here at Cedar Cliff. We came in the other day to scout out the location, and our mouths dropped. It is gorgeous.
Well, it's brighter. The old gym had a dingy appeal to it. The old wood bleachers, it definitely makes it look bigger, although they say it's not, because of the coloring of the facility.
Yeah, it's the same space.
Yep.
It's just a completely different look, and it is much brighter. Breslin for 2. She's got 4.
You know, we knew there was a difference coming in the game, but it just seems like everything's going okay for Cedar Cliff and then not for Redland.
18-1, Cedar Cliff, second quarter.
AAU spring basketball with advanced hoops. 21 teams last year, featuring the top boys basketball players from all over the region. Advanced Hoops AAU features 10 to 11 player rosters, guarantees playing time, all man-to-man style play, and every player gets professional skill training, along with top quality AAU tournaments. Advanced Hoops has helped over 25 high school athletes get scholarships over the last 2 years. Amazing results. I call this AAU with the follow-through.
Hank and Jim of Weaver Financial Services have been serving families and businesses in central Pennsylvania for the past 40 years. Life insurance, financial services, and products, call Hank or Jim. They're the nicest guys around.
Jam-packed gym, Cedar Cliff High School. And if you like what you see here, you can vote for our Knoll Insurance Agency Player of the Game. You go to advancedhoops.com, click on the logo that says Live TV Games. You can vote for your Player of the Game.
Absolutely. I mean, we envisioned, because of all the people that couldn't get a ticket here tonight, we envisioned we're going to get a good number of votes, and so we challenged the fans to challenge us in our decision. Because we'll vote for one, Greg, but then the fans will have their choice.
Redland looking to put something on the board. Nice block. Laura Flanagan got a hand in it. She's a 5'8 junior.
Well, Coach Bell must be working these refs a little, because it seems like they came out wanting to blow the whistle here a little because Redland has been working pretty hard, and I think he was trying to fight for his girls to try to get the same respect as the Cedar Cliff girls are getting. Okay,
and there you go.
There's another example of that.
Well, I would think if Redland would just keep going to the hoop, it's going to eventually start to pay off.
Yeah, because there's some girls that can put the ball in the basket here, and it is going to break up. It's just going to be hard recovering from an 18-1 the way it started out, but it'd be just nice for them to get their feet wet and get in the game. Now, we've talked about this before, being on TV, nerves. You know, every kid and every team reacts to that differently, but most of the coaches, Greg, we've talked to, we've gotten the feedback, they're still happy for it because it kind of simulates a playoff atmosphere, and it gets their kids used to it early.
Well, and the crowd certainly is a big factor in that tonight, combined with the television. Colts control, they're in the white. They've got the big advantage. Dickey went hard to the hoop. Borman came away, June came away with a rebound. Now out to Borman. She'll drive. And there's the first field goal of the game by Jody Gall. For Redland, she's got all 3 of their points.
And Redland doing a little bit of their own 1-2, one full court press here. Looks a little bit like a 1-2-1-1. We'll see. It might be a 1-3-1. It was kind of hard to get it from this angle here.
Dickey, big 3. She's got 8.
Well, Cedar Cliff is not cooling off.
And now if you're Redland, you cannot get overwhelmed by the score right now. You simply take this one possession at a time.
Well, I would think Vera Dickey's a candidate for Big 15, Greg. Patriot News always does a good job of carefully selecting those guys. Eric Epler and Dandy Shea and those guys do a tremendous job, you know, carefully getting out to games, studying these, getting feedback from coaches. But I think this young lady here on a team that's definitely been transformed, definitely a breath of fresh air this year. I think she deserves a look at that, and I'm sure they're going to take a good look.
Katie Shanks into the game for Redland. And now Jill Krug will get another free throw.
Yes.
Her first point of the game, and it's a 22-3 advantage for the Colts. A little backcourt pressure. Schaefer. Rogers. Shot blocked. They got the rebound back because they're going to go back the other way.
Well, that's a tremendous rebound and save by Jody Gall. I mean, that was a very athletic play.
Krug cutting. Dickey. Out. Goes back to Redland. A lot of good scrapping for these loose balls here. And some more substitutions.
I thought Katz's and Gary for Redland's minutes were very good earlier. I thought on the one basket she got fouled, she got a couple nice rebounds. She was a nice little spark earlier, just didn't cash in on anything.
Greg Mace, Charlie Fortney with you from Cedar Cliff High School here on ABC 27. Part of our high school basketball live coverage. We got all live games all year long here on 27.3. Kiana Williams got the rebound. Right up through traffic. Couldn't get it to fall.
Well, Danny June getting a rebound, contesting a shot, rebound on one end, and then bringing a point guard halfway down the court shows her versatility. She's one of the best up-and-coming players, and I don't think we've seen a player quite like her in a while. I mean, number 22 on red here, she is just only a sophomore. I mean, very raw, a legit 6'1" from what we see here. I look for her to have just a great career.
Goes back to Redland.
Give Cedar Cliff a lot of credit. They have not relented on defense. They have not. I mean, there's just no breathing room around here. Greg, I don't even think I could put a bucket in, in this defense. Not that I'm anything anymore.
I remember when you were. There's Schaefer, and they lost it out of bounds. But you're right. I mean, for a 22-3 game, they They are putting all kinds of pressure on.
Usually when the team gets up, they relax a little defensively. Coach Collier has to be happy with the way his team's just sticking with it. And they continue to build and build and build here.
So they'll continue to try to build on that lead. Here is Dickey down the lane.
There's Danny June on the other end again with the block shot for Redland.
Another loose ball, another jump ball. Possession arrow, I think, is going to go back to Cedar Cliff this time, is it? No, it's Redland basketball. It's been so many jump balls. There is the Red Sea. Haven't had a whole lot to cheer about.
Well, only half of the Red Sea got tickets for this game, so the other half are watching it right now, on TV.
Here's June. Couldn't get it to fall, and it'll go back to Cedar Cliff.
Well, she's trying to make it happen. She's doing everything but dunking here, but she's tried to get her own rebound. And she's a target, and, with the, she's already got 3 fouls, and that's not good for Redland because she's really doing a lot for them out there.
There's some bantering going on at times between the Red Sea and the Golden Corral. That, I believe, is the varsity boys team, right? Put the varsity boys back up there?
Yeah, looks like it.
Yep. It's our cameraman, Marcus, right in the middle of the action over there on the other side.
Maybe a few JV players up there.
Yeah. Vera Dickey goes to the line. She's leading scorer in this game so far with 8 points. 5'7" senior. And she's got 9. All right, stay with us. Boys game follows here, approximately 8 o'clock. And it will go right back to Redland. Laura Flanagan in for Vera Dickey. Will take a rest.
Now they're making Redland earn every bucket. We got Kaylee Borman bringing the ball up right now. I think Coach Bell wants to put the ball in her hands a little bit. See if they can't make something happen here. Problem is Kaylee can't set herself up, and that's the disadvantage. She's working extra hard. Where as compared to Cedar Cliff, they have a stronger supporting cast. It always helps to be a team.
Colts with the ball. Spinning move in the lane by Cassie Ulrich.
Tell you what, the improvement of the Redland girls program overall, just the competitiveness of the girls over the last year or so, just a tribute to just the time that these girls are putting in the gym. You can tell they're excited about the game. Had a chance to, over Christmas, to go down to Florida for a Christmas tournament.
You didn't tell me you were in Florida.
Yeah, I wish.
Oh,
I wish I was with the Redland team, but the Redland girls had a chance. It takes a commitment for a whole team, a booster club, the parents to raise the money to do all that. Hats off to Coach Bell for taking on that burden. I wonder if he's still married after that one. Jeez. I don't know if my wife would let me leave for 2 days, let alone,
I know we've done bowl games down there, and at the same time we're following Penn State. We've gotten the highlights of local high school basketball, so I know there's always a lot of tournaments down there. It's a great trip to go down there during your Christmas break. There's Williams, a little baseline missed, and a whistle and a foul. We're coming up at halftime, right here by our scores table. We're going to talk with Coach Mark Collier from Cedar Cliff.
Kara Breslin's probably not getting enough credit for she hasn't knocked any down, but she's just scrapping, tying up some balls, going after some rebounds for Redland. Or not Redland, yeah. Hey, some of these girls look like it's kind of hard to tell them apart.
Yeah, you're right. Here come the Patriots. Borman has the open shot. Boy, they're just not falling. I mean, they're getting shots and nothing's falling.
Well, and those are tough shots because she's trying to make something happen. Kaylee is, like I said, she's getting keyed on. She's shooting off balance because the defense is just, like I said, they are doing everything they can to make her life miserable out there.
Breslin got the rebound. A little bit of patience here with 1:45 left in this half. Foreman, ball stolen away. Kiana Williams, trip, ouch.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. When somebody trips, there's a cause effect. You got to call the foul, but it's really not a foul.
Yeah.
But Kaylee was the closest person to her, and she caught her foot. Definitely unintentional, but the refs are in a no-choice situation there.
So there's Kiana Williams, 5'6" junior for Cedar Cliff. And she's got 5 of the 26 for the Colts.
There's a lot of basketball game left. I mean, Redland could start chipping away at this. I mean, Coach Bell is going to regroup here at halftime. Just play. It'll probably, most coaches at this, at this juncture in a game like this are, hey girls, let's win one quarter. Let's just win a half. 0-0 from this point on, just to get them focused and try to turn this into something.
Still only one field goal. Came at the 5.5-minute mark of the second quarter for the Patriots. Williams clears the boards. Out to Flanagan. See if they'll hold for one here.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Collier's definitely wants him to get a good shot out of this possession. Doesn't want to give Redland any life going into the half.
Coming up to 30 seconds. Krug deciding. Flanagan going to kick it back around and reaching in. Wow, after all that.
Well, that'll at least give Redland another chance to score, but put Cedar Cliff on the foul line. I'm sure Coach Bell didn't want that.
But Danny June comes back in the lineup.
Well, with 22 seconds to go, he's hoping she can be an offensive threat. If she picks up her fourth, this isn't going to work, but I don't blame Coach Bell at this point, trying to give your girls a fighting chance here.
Williams has 6. Patriots get the rebound. Final seconds of the half. June couldn't get it to fall. Well, I think they were listening to the crowd counting down, which was the whole point of what they wanted to do. Does it go? No, I think they're going to wave it off. 27-3 is our halftime score, Charlie.
I'll tell you what, this half was a tremendous half of basketball for Cedar Cliff. The defense of the Cedar Cliff team defense was there. Redland came out very scrappy as well, just could not get anything to fall. The lids seemed to be on the rim, but we have Greg with Coach Collier right now.
Mark Collier, good first half for you guys, and for the score being so wide open as it is right now, your defensive intensity's been great.
Excuse me, I've been happy with our defensive pressure. I think we're doing a nice job on the ball and away from the ball. Hopefully we can continue it in the second half.
When the score is like this, you know, Redland has gotten a lot of great shots, just hasn't fallen. What are you going to tell your girls here at halftime?
We got to tell them we keep on playing here. We got up 20 points right now, but they could very well crawl themselves back into the basketball game. In a rivalry game, you never know. And like you said, they have some nice players over there, and they're getting some good shots. They're just not falling for them.
Mark, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mark Collier, the coach of Cedar Cliff. Charlie and I'll be back as we continue with High School Basketball Live here on ABC 27.
There's something to be said for a company that has survived the Great Depression, weathered a handful of recessions, and emerged from today's challenging marketplace stronger than ever. And it's worth noting that success has come while keeping its headquarters and decision-making local for more than 80 years. Perhaps growing deeper roots to ensure strength and stability is an idea whose time has come. We figured that out 8 decades ago. Penn National Insurance.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When an injury occurs, think Select Physical Therapy. Select leads the way in providing patients with clinical expertise using the latest medical research and techniques. Our team provides physical and hand therapy, pre- and post-surgery, work injury rehabilitation, and much more. With several locations in the Harrisburg area, let Select return you to activity at home, work, or play. Select Physical Therapy. Recovery starts here.
Having been to Arlington Orthopedics several times over the past roughly 15 years, I have found them to be very caring.
For 15 or 20 years, I've dealt with sciatic nerve pain down both legs. Kind of figured I was going to have that all my life.
Because of crippling arthritis, I no longer could hold on to things.
We went through this disc fusion surgery. It's just changed my whole life.
The pain is virtually gone, and he fully expects me to return to 100%.
Ryan and Todd from Hoffman Ford.
Harrisburg's largest volume and only Ford dealer. What does Hoffman Ford mean to you?
Respect, outstanding customer service,
honest communication, superior sales and service staff. Did you know that we're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week?
Check us out at hoffmanford.com.
Check out our new and used inventory, look for service specials, make appointments, get a quote, and even apply for credit.
That's right, just another reason why Hoffman Ford is Harrisburg's most powerful name in Fords.
Get ready to start popping with Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza. It's your favorite Pizza Hut pizza surrounded by 28 tasty cheese-filled bites. You won't be able to stop pulling them, dipping them, and popping them. And right now, a Cheesy Bites pizza with your favorite topping is just $11.99. Plus, add a 2-liter Pepsi and an order of breadsticks for just $5 more. The Cheesy Bites pizza deal won't last long, only $11.99 and only at your Pizza Hut.
Back live here at Cedar Cliff High School, where the Cedar Cliff girls have a 27-3 lead over Redland. But as you heard Coach Mark Collier say, Redland has certainly probably played much better than a 27-3 game. Well, as always, Arlington Orthopedics is our presenting sponsor. And during these breaks, during these halftime and between games, we like to fill you in a little bit on the progress that's been made in orthopedic care. So now here is Dr. Eric Kutz talking about ankle injuries up close and personal with Arlington Orthopedics.
Talk about a sprained ankle.
There are several ligaments about the ankle which can be injured. The ligaments about the outside of the ankle are most commonly injured. And a sprain can be anything from merely a simple stretch of that ligament to a partial tear to a complete tear. Mm-hmm. And we grade those sprains accordingly. The grade 1 sprain is typically that stretch, to the grade 3 sprain being a completely torn ligament.
It seems to be a common perception among coaches and the folks I've talked to that breaking your ankle is better than a bad sprain. Is there any truth to that?
That can be the case, particularly with the more severe sprains. More severe sprains can result in more chronic instability of the ankle and lead to more chronic problems. Whereas a fractured ankle Typically, what it either gives is the bone or the ligament, and the bone generally heals more readily than the ligament and in a more predictable fashion.
Does everybody have an equal playing field when it comes to the ankle, or are some people more genetically stronger and gifted and less prone to injuries? What causes susceptibility to an ankle?
Sometimes it's just bad luck, but there are situations where people can be more prone to injuries, such as patients with flat feet. That changes the mechanics of the foot in general.
What's a traditional recovery time for an ankle sprain?
A light sprain or a mild sprain, typically players will be recovered in a week to 3 weeks tops. More significant injuries, of course, result in more significant downtime.
Do the doctors at Arlington have a consistent philosophy among each other on how to handle ankle injuries, or does it seem to vary from doctor to doctor? Talk about you guys' philosophy.
Yeah, our philosophy is pretty standard. There really isn't care for injuries such as this is very patient specific. However, we here at Arlington all have the patient's best interest in mind, and because of that, it makes sense to have a more of a uniform approach to injuries such as this.
Thank you for watching Up Close and Personal with Arlington Orthopedic. To see the full interview of Dr. Eric Kutz on understanding ankle injuries, go to advancedhoops.com.
To be sure, Faulkner Toyota on Paxton Street across from the Harrisburg Mall invites you to check out our extensive assortment of new and used vehicles. Consider the excitement of driving the RAV4 or the functionality of our top-rated Sienna minivan. Test drive the super fuel-efficient Prius hybrid along with our Camrys, Corollas, Tacoma pickups, as well as a full selection of Scions. You'll find security, design, comfort, and a price that will fit your own lifestyle. Call or visit us at faulknertoyota.net.
What game will you bring? Your B game or C? Tomorrow's performance depends on today's recovery. Rebuild. Recharge. Reclaim your A game. Regen, intelligent recovery.
Fortney Construction is on the move, building additions, renovations, and Pella certified for window and door replacements with a quality of work that the customer can count on. Call today. Ask about solar and energy solutions, as well as our solar module installation. You can save money on electric, and the electric company will send you cash for the solar energy your panels generate.
Integrity, reliability, and experience is what Fortney Construction's all about, and it's a great name.
At Lou Panetti, Rogliano, and Hockenberry Family Dentistry, you will receive patient care with a smile, along with comprehensive dental treatment and technologically advanced equipment to meet all your family needs.
I think what you'll find here, if you look around the office, is a very, very comfortable atmosphere.
The quality of care that the doctors give to our patients is absolutely phenomenal.
Our service provides a gentle approach from doctors who care.
Displays and Graphics, 5700 Lingelstown Road in Harrisburg, your one-stop shop, offering full-color banners, indoor and outdoor signage, banner stands, trade show displays, and plaques. Visit displaysandgraphicsinc.com. Exceeding expectations is our goal.
ABC 27 and Advanced Hoops bringing you high school basketball live, presented by Arlington Orthopedics. 27-3 is our halftime score. Charlie, we take a look at the stats, and we talked to Mark at halftime, Mark Collier. Take a look at 1 of 20 from the field. I mean, so many of those shots were decent shots. They just didn't fall. Free throws, there's 10 free throws. There's a 9-point swing right there. Like you said, I mean, clearly they've got to take this possession by possession, play it 3-4 minutes at a time and say, let's try to win that part of the game.
Well, if they could just win the half, that would be a victory, because the Cedar Cliff girls are not going to stop playing hard. And Redland's a lot better than this. They are a lot better than this.
you're going to see that probably this half. You're going to see some shots going on, hopefully. And like I said, Kaylee Borman has yet to get it going. Danny June has yet to get it going. And again, a lot of this is when you don't have, 3-4 kids in double figures and you're only relying on 1 or 2 main kids for your double figures, it's easy to key on them, and then it makes them, it makes it tougher on them. So that's, like they say, programs that are built stay built. It's hard building a program, and Andy Bell is the guy for the job because he has the perseverance needed to help these Redland girls. And you're going to continue to see more and more fruit from this program in the next year or two.
Vera Dickey is leading the way with 9 points for Cedar Cliff. Williams has 6. Mid-Garden has 5. Ulrich has 2, and Breslin has 4. Here we go, second half.
Well, Redland, interestingly enough, comes out in a 2-3 zone to try to test the patience here of Cedar Cliff. Sometimes people think a zone, it means you're slowing it down. Sometimes that forces an offensive team that's having their way with you just to start to rush a little bit, and you can get a lot more points. It can go the other way.
Colts in the home white. Not a seat was vacant here when the game started, much less right now as we get set for the boys game, which you will also see here on ABC 27. Saw the boys talk to Jimmy Rao a little bit just before this game, Cedar Cliff coach.
Man, that brings back nightmares seeing Coach Rao. All the box and ones and trick defenses to shut me down and make my life miserable over the career. I don't want to see that guy again. Now, Jimmy's a great coach. I'm so glad he came back into coaching basketball. He feels much better for it, and Cedar Cliffs is glad to have him.
All right, we've got more doubleheaders coming up here on ABC 27. And this should be a great one. McDevitt and East Pennsboro. We got a boys-girls doubleheader, and boy, those teams are off to great starts.
Well, who would have thought beginning? I did, Greg.
Exactly. You set the schedule.
I'll tell you what, that's a good one. East Pennsboro is playing tremendous. McDevitt's off to a good start. That was probably our pick of the year there. That's a game. Those two teams deserved it. The way they played last year, East Pennsboro, and the work ethic of Coach Hoke over there at McDevitt, and the way Aaron Devan and the boys are playing at McDevitt. That's an exciting game, and I'm looking forward to that one. That one could go either way.
See, now I remember all you guys from high school when you played, Jimmy and you and Jeff. And, jeez. Covered you. Great to see Jeff and Jeff Hoke and McDevitt at school. Certainly no more for football. Having their
Don't
best
say that too loud.
years.
If Jeff's watching this game tonight, he's not going to be happy to hear that.
Did I remember him when he was a kid? Or they were no more for football? No. There's Vera Dickey. Shot's going to go into the hands of Lexi Schaefer.
Vera's a slasher, I'll tell you.
Borman got the roll.
Well, and that's what, I'm interested to see if Cedar Cliff's defense is relaxed, but here's Redland applying that 1-2. 1-2, it looks like 1-2-1-1 pressure.
Coming right at our table again. Look at that spot we're in right there. See, that's
that
where
gets
we
us
are.
in the action.
Show
here.
you, yep.
I see your hand waving there.
It's me, Charlie.
Greg, you forgot to visit the VIP room at halftime. You didn't know they had one, did you?
No, back here, right behind us?
Oh, yeah.
No, I was there. I ate.
Okay.
I was there. There's Dickey.
I'll tell you, Vera,
Fouled.
she does a tremendous job. She has a very athletic body. She gets to the basket well. And she doesn't care what the score is. She's like, hey, let's pour it on,
9 points in the first half for Dickey. She looks to add to that total. And she'll get one more. She's got 10. Cedar Cliff has the 28-5 lead, and it's loose, and it belongs to Redland. Danny June. little floating one-hander, and she hits.
Well, and this is the kind of thing that Danny June can do, and she didn't do that against the JV team. That Vera Dickey's one of the best defensive players on the court, and she crossed her over, a sophomore, 6'1". I mean, the versatility, that's what these Division I schools are looking for. Girls like that can handle the ball. I don't know if there's a deflections stat sheet around here, but just the amount of times that Danny June has blocked a shot, contested a shot, smacked the ball out of bounds. I mean, she's been as active as I've seen any girl over 6 foot this year.
So this is what we talk about winning minute by minute. I mean, here we are 2:15 into the quarter, and Redland has outscored them 4-1 here in this quarter.
The rest missed the travel there. Danny's got to use her teammates here.
And she did, and reaching in. Well, Redland off to a nice start here in quarter 3.
Yeah, they are. I mean, again, they're winning the quarter. I mean, and that's, Coach, you got to take one step at a time, one play at a time. Nice pass by Danny June down to Kaylee Borman. Oh, nice take to the basket. Yep. Coach Collier's not happy over there because he senses his girls are relaxing a little bit.
Watch it again. Going right to the basket, and it looks like Cedar Cliff wants a timeout. 28-7. Cedar Cliff's on top at Redland with a strong third quarter so far.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When an injury occurs, think Select Physical Therapy. Select leads the way in providing patients with clinical expertise using the latest medical research and techniques. Our team provides physical and hand therapy, pre- and post-surgery, work injury rehabilitation, and much more. With several locations in the Harrisburg area, let Select return you to activity at home, work, or play. Select Physical Therapy. Recovery starts here.
Knoll Insurance, located at 704 Bridge Street in New Cumberland. They offer property, casualty, auto, homeowners, health, and life insurance. Knoll Insurance also offers notary services. Call Knoll Insurance today at 774-8128.
Greg Mace, Charlie Fortney back with you live here on ABC 27, and Redland at the line, and
this
Kaylee Borman
this
misses.
is unlike Kaylee Borman. Kaylee usually knocks these down. She's just so aggressive defensively, and so this girl her motor is always going, and it's probably hard for her to settle down on fouling. Like, I had that problem. I always made more shots and foul shots in the second half than in the first half for a higher percentage because I was, after you get tired, you settle down a little bit. I think that's what she's going through.
And we talked about both these teams coming in. I mean, it was like hyper speed during warm-ups. The atmosphere here was electric. You combine that with the television tonight, and it took a while, certainly, for Redland to settle down. Nice tip, goes back up and in. Kara Breslin.
The refs are doing a good job of making Cedar Cliff earn everything here, and that's what they did to Redland in the first half, and it benefited Cedar Cliff. They're kind of giving Cedar Cliff a little dose of their own medicine here, and giving Redland a little bit of leeway here to get back in this game.
Coming up on the 4.5-minute mark of the third quarter. Boys game to follow this one at about 8 o'clock. Running one-hander doesn't go. Krug missed. Schaefer got the rebound out of that scramble.
You see, even in Kiana Williams, not picking up not picking up full court like she was earlier. The whole team's relaxed, and that could be a sportsmanship issue. But if Cedar Cliff doesn't watch, I mean, Redland's not going to be back in the ball game.
June got the roll. She's got 4.
She is. I can't say enough about her potential, and we're going to be able to watch her for a couple more years. Coach Bell's going to have a lot to build around there. And also Jody Gall, number 44. I consider her one of the better sophomore forwards in the area.
Redlands outscored Cedar Cliff 7-3 in this third quarter. And a traveling against the Colts. Couple more substitutions. Well, a reminder, if you're interested in year-round basketball programs, coaches' clinics, or private lessons, call Advanced Hoops, 657-2620, or log on to advancedhoops.com. Charlie, I know you got a lot of great programs coming up.
Well, we're really excited about the program, and the coaching staff is tremendous. Coach Jarman, Ben Dudak, just all the Coach Falker, all the coaches that are in the program. But there's a nice take by Kaylee. Speaking of players in the program, I was privileged to work with Coach Bell to help Kaylee get some competitive exposure, playing against top players in the area, and also getting a chance to be looked at by some colleges. But in the end, she made a great choice. Eastern University, they're very happy with their selection of Kaylee Borman. She's going to make that program a lot better because of her tenaciousness and her approach to the game. Her work ethic is as good as I've seen in high school girls basketball player in a long time.
She's got 4. Cuts the lead to 30-11. Nice drive. 2 more for Dickey.
Nice left hand. And as we talked about the player of the game, and we talked about who should be the player of the game, I think Vera Dickey, if Cedar Cliff especially goes on to win this game, she's a possibility. And then we're looking at the other one right there in Danny June.
Yep, good drive to the basket right there. She's being aggressive, trying to pick up the pace. And Charlie, you pointed out earlier, she is a sophomore. That would be the 10th grade. Got a long way to go.
I'll tell you what, if it wasn't the Redland boys and the Cedar Cliff boys playing tonight, I'd say she could hop in and play forward in the boys basketball game as tall as she is. But the boys game coming up, we're looking at some 6'9", some 6'11s. I don't know what the Patriot News calls Steve Zach 7 foot. I don't know how accurate that is, but I do know he's probably a legit 6'10". And a very versatile Mike Zingari. And then you got players for Cedar Cliff boys like Logan Stump and Noel Rue and Christo, 6'4", 6'5", athletic, can jump. I mean, it's going to be an interesting game to watch. And if someone's watching right now, I don't need to turn the TV off because that's there's a lot of high school coaches and college coaches tuning into this game.
That game follows this one here on ABC 27. Greg Mace, Charlie Fortney, our ABC 27 Advanced Hoops High School Basketball Live, presented by Arlington Orthopedics, and we're glad you're with us. I know a lot of people wanted to try to get in tonight, couldn't get a ticket. Watch it on TV. Glad to bring it to you. One of our many high school basketball lives. We're all live this year on our ABC 27.3 channel. Mid-Garden, packed on the way up.
Well, they called Cassie Zingari. I'm glad they didn't call that foul on Danny June because we want to keep seeing her play tonight. I mean, that would have been her 4th. But I don't know. That looked like all ball on that one. I don't know if we have any extra footage of that one. But that was, she was on top of the ball there. And usually the refs, they say hands part of the ball on those shots. Greg, I got a nice communication from Donnie Epley, the referee assigner for the mid-pen. Boy, he does a good job. Oh, man, there's Dickey again.
She's got 14.
She's a tough matchup.
Comes June across the line, and she's called for traveling.
Well, Cassie Ulrich has got the assignment now. They've been taking turns on Danny June trying to limit her. They know what a threat she could be if they just let her go.
Here come the Colts. They've been outscored in this third quarter, but had a pretty good lead going in. Cedar Cliff now 2 of 12 from the field here in this half.
Well, Coach Bell's strategy of that, that zone and zone press into the zone is just forcing Cedar Cliff to have to make the tough shots, and they're not making them. But they are getting a couple of baskets in transition.
And there's a traveling called against the Patriots. Reminder, after the game, we'll be talking with the winning coach and our player of the game, and then we'll be talking with Ken Roseberry, the athletic director here, and Kevin Philgrove, who's the principal, about the renovations here at Cedar Cliff. It's not just the gym, it's all over the school as Mid-Garden hits
Yeah, they have a really nice eating area they're working on in the lobby. Now, it's not ready yet, Greg, so we're going to have to still stand when we eat. But, no, they're definitely doing some things. And we see a lot of the schools in the area have done that. They've improved the gym. We were just at CD's. What a beautiful 2,100 seat facility.
And, of course, there's a lot of areas in this building academically that have been upgraded. So that'll be great to talk to the principal about that as we watch this foul.
Here's Cassie Zangiri. I mean, this is a young lady that I think will keep getting more time for Redland. And she's a lefty. It makes it harder to guard her. Nice-looking foul shot. And she has a nice body. They're hard to deal with. And so look for her. She's only a freshman, so coaches usually like to bring freshmen along a little slower. But she's definitely been very active and has been proving herself in this game.
She gets one more. Cuts the lead to 36-14. And Katie Shanks into the game for the Patriots. Here come the Colts. Kiana Williams drives, and she is fouled.
I don't blame Kiana for trying to make something happen there, Greg, but against the zone, it's one of the reasons why Redland's in the zone, because they want to try to limit these easy baskets for Redland. But I don't blame her for making something happen, because she did get the angle, and that's tough going against the zone when you're penetrating.
Williams has 6. She looks to add to her point total. Redland outscoring Cedar Cliff 11-9 here in this quarter. And the second one is in and out. Who's got the roll? And it'll go right back. Well, not the frantic pace we saw there in that first half.
No. Looks like Cedar Cliff's happy just taking their time and making Redland play some defense, and that's a smart thing to do. I know the kids usually want to get more shots in here, but it's a smart thing to do, and Redland's not giving up, though. I'll tell you, they're, by the demeanor and the way they're playing, they have a chance to win this game, and it is going to be a tall order to even get back in the game here, but they're definitely making this a game in the second half.
Here's Borman taking it herself. They continue to go strong to the basket.
Yeah. This is a young lady averaging about 14.5, actually I believe 14.8 a game. And she's slowly creeping to those numbers. But again, Cedar Cliff, you got 5 strong defensively. The way they teamed up on her and doubled her early. Now she's starting to settle in. And look for her to have a strong rest of the game and a great year. And this is another candidate for Big 15. And I think the Patriot News should consider that, considering that, it's tough leading a team in a rebuilding program, and it makes it a lot tougher on these a senior guard like Kaylee Borman.
Colts drive. Williams is fouled. So Williams will go to the line, and she will get 2. 20-point advantage. It was a 27-3 lead at the half. And she hits. Williams has 7.
Well, Coach Bell wasn't going to let Danny June sit too long on the bench. She's been a spark of life for them, for the Redland Patriots.
And Williams will get 1 more.
Redland Lady Patriots, I'm sorry.
And it will go right back to Cedar Cliff. Well, the pace of the game has slowed down, Charles.
Intentionally, of course.
Yep, yep. And Redland has taken advantage of that.
Yeah, they're rotating in this zone defense, pressuring the ball, look low and rotating.
Ouch.
That's a good no call. I think
Yep.
the referees know how many fouls. I like to think they know how many fouls Danny June has. Actually, what these guys do a good job of, to put it more properly, the Mid-Penn officials do a really good job. I'm not calling things that don't pose an advantage or a disadvantage. And I was trying to tell you earlier, Donnie Epley communicated with me that he'd like to meet with us or at least communicate on some of their emphasis, and I'm excited about that because they take a lot of time to make sure they're getting it right, and I have a lot of respect for that. The coaches training, the coaches clinics, even advanced hoops, we have a chance to, in our own program, to have some of these referees come by, some of the new referees that they're trying to grow. And we look forward to continuing to do that because they're doing a very good job.
And this doesn't show up on the air, but I want to give all these officials credit because we meet with them before the game. And, of course, regular season games are not televised live. So we are holding them up, to be honest with you, for some of our commercial timeouts from some of our sponsors. And they have been so unbelievably cooperative with us in holding the games up, in timing things for television purposes. The coaches and the officials are not used to this, and I cannot say enough for their cooperation. So we want to thank all those guys from Mid-Penn. It's been a great start to all of our live games this year.
Well, I get excited because you get those calls, you get the emails, Greg, that hey, they want to learn how can they be a better official, how can we do a better job, and they want to study the game tape, just like players want to study the game tape. And so I'm excited to say that if you go to advancedhoops.com, you can go back and watch any of the previous games. They're all on demand to watch. They're YouTubed and they come out very good quality-wise.
So Cedar Cliff trying to get one more shot off, and there'll be a foul. It looks like it's going to go against Jody Gall. Reaching in. Are they going to call a jump? Yep. So just a fraction over 3 seconds left. Colts will try to get two more here. Baseline. Nice move by Vera Dickey to end the quarter. She's got 16. Colts have a 40-16 lead. We go to the fourth quarter. Golden Corral is excited. You're watching high school basketball live on ABC 27, presented by Arlington Orthopedics.
There's something to be said for a company that has survived the Great Depression, weathered a handful of recessions, and emerged from today's challenging marketplace stronger than ever. And it's worth noting that success has come while keeping its headquarters and decision-making local for more than 80 years. Perhaps growing deeper roots to ensure strength and stability is an idea whose time has come. We figured that out 8 decades ago. Penn National Insurance.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When an injury occurs, think Select Physical Therapy. Select leads the way in providing patients with clinical expertise using the latest medical research and techniques. Our team provides physical and hand therapy, pre- and post-surgery, work injury rehabilitation, and much more. With several locations in the Harrisburg area, let Select return you to activity at home, work, or play. Select Physical Therapy. Recovery starts here.
Having been to Arlington Orthopedics several times over the past roughly 15 years, I have found them to be very caring.
For 15 or 20 years, I've dealt with sciatic nerve pain down both legs. Kind of figured I was going to have that all my life.
Because of crippling arthritis, I no longer could hold on to things.
We went through this disc fusion surgery. It's just changed my whole life.
The pain is virtually gone, and he fully expects me to return to 100%.
Oh, the Red Sea has had a lot more to cheer about this third quarter, even at 13 apiece in terms of points.
Oh, and that's their pregame for the boys' game.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's all kinds of Cameron-type chants going on in the game.
Do you think the Duke Cameron crazies
the Duke Blue Devil Cameron Crazies are setting a tone for, because a lot of these schools, Greg, I don't have noticed the Golden Corral back here. A lot of them, they're doing a lot of the same things that the Cameron Crazies do. They stand during the game. They don't sit down. They paint their face. They jump up and down.
Well, when you see the Dukies on TV every night, you know, I mean, they're on all the time. Of course, they lost last night to Florida State, but that was at Florida State. You get that kind of stuff.
There's freshman Cassie Zingari.
She's got 4.
That's probably the first outside shot. Well, other than Danny June's pull-up shot that Redlands notched on.
40-18. Redland has been more than competitive in this second half.
Well, and I believe the third quarter was 13-13. It was tied. So, and that's a victory. I mean, Coach Bell can say after the third, hey, we tied these guys. Now let's beat them this quarter, you know? And because he's building for the season. These teams are going to play again. And he's looking down the road here.
Yeah, they play the next to the final game of the year in the regular season. So here come the Patriots. Launching the 3, won't fall.
Oh, and that's, I mean, Danny June is like Magic Johnson, like out there penetrating and kicking it to girls for 3, being the tallest player on the floor.
Dickey.
There's Vera setting up her teammates.
And is that her foul? Yep. Danny June reached in. Hit on the way up. Breslin hits the free throw. Rebound goes to Redland.
Danny June again.
Here's Schaefer. Zengari. Patriots being methodical.
Cedar Cliff stepping up the defense a little more here, taking away those open drives.
Being patient, waiting for the shot. Zengari. Back to June. And we got a foul.
Well, she got rid of the ball while she got fouled. It looked like he waved the shot off. Looks like the... Okay.
So June will go to the line. And she hits.
She has a nice soft touch on the foul line. Uses those legs well. Dad Sam is a good friend of mine. He does a lot of, Sam's former college basketball player. Does a lot with her in the driveway. Probably plays her one-on-one a little bit. He's a little taller than her though. That's where she gets her height.
Often the best place to learn in the driveway, isn't it? And a whistle on the line. Well, here's another telling stat from our A-stat assistant, Jim Gallagher. 8 of 11 for Redland from the line in the second half.
Yeah, well, they've certainly helped their case, but the 8 of 11 just doesn't show a 78% or anything like that. It shows they're being more aggressive. It shows they're going to the hoop. It shows they're trying to make things happen and they're stepping up to the challenge here.
And here come the Patriots. Lexi Schaefer got a strong drive to her right. June. Kaylee Borman. A lot more confidence from this Redland team, I think, in this half. There's June again getting it off, and that's the kind of shot that did not fall in that quarter.
Well, that was a nice pass by Emily Rogers to make that happen. She found Danny June streaking to the basket.
Cedar Cliff takes a timeout. We'll take one, too. 41-21, fourth quarter.
To be sure. Faulkner Toyota on Paxton Street across from the Harrisburg Mall invites you to check out our extensive assortment of new and used vehicles. Consider the excitement of driving the RAV4 or the functionality of our top-rated Sienna minivan. Test drive the super fuel-efficient Prius hybrid along with our Camrys, Corollas, Tacoma pickups, as well as a full selection of Scions. You'll find security, design, comfort, and a price that will fit your own lifestyle. Call or visit us at faulknertoyota.net.
Displays and Graphics, 5700 Lingelstown Road in Harrisburg, your one-stop shop, offering full-color banners, indoor and outdoor signage, banner stands, trade show displays, and plaques. Visit displaysandgraphicsinc.com. Exceeding expectations is our goal.
Greg Mays, Charlie Fortney back with your fourth quarter action from Cedar Cliff High School. 41-21 is our score. A reminder here on ABC 27, we have the boys game, which should be a barn burner, blockbuster, mid-pen matchup coming up. Two of the best teams in the area. They're both 9-2.
Well, we're starting to heat up here with these games we're putting on TV, Greg. They've been great so far, but just walk in tonight, you can tell it's mid-season, and the teams are starting to roll up their sleeves, and it's definitely two heavyweights here tonight.
Here's Breslin going cross court. Jill Krug. A lot of fouling here. As we approach 8 o'clock, this has been a long game.
Yeah, a very long game.
Which now here in the fourth quarter, although it's a 20-point gap, has certainly helped Redland get back into it.
Well, Faith Midgarden there set a nice little box out type screen to make that basket happen there for Jill Krug. Greg, you know, one thing I enjoy about these games is just like Jill and seeing some of these girls and guys that have been at camps before, and you know, some kids we get on a regular basis, some we just spend a week with helping them with their shot, but it's just rewarding sitting here and being a part of these games, you know, just getting to know these kids. Oh, there's a nice shot by
Katie Shanks from the
Redlands
outside.
Katie
Yeah,
Shank,
that's
yes.
her first bucket.
Oh, she was slinging them in the first half. Your law of percentages, you're going to hit them. And all of a sudden, man, it's a 17-point game. I know it sounds like, man, for what we've been watching here, 4:26 to go, it's definitely makes this more interesting.
So Redland turns the ball over 15 times in the first half. They have 4 in this half. And they'll go back down to the other end. Cutting away. It was 38-16 at the half, and now it's 41-24. And Borman has 7.
You know, she cuts it. She makes this one here. You cut it to 15. I mean, it's a few baskets away from being under 10. I mean, Coach Collier, I wouldn't be surprised if he maybe used one of his timeouts, or he's definitely going to give his girls a short leash here, because he doesn't want to give Redland any life after the way this game is going. He's not happy with some of the decisions they're making right now either.
And it's going back to Redland.
He's going to increase the pressure. He wants Redland to take the long way home here.
Here's Schaefer, and it'll go back to Redland.
He wants him to take the 84-foot every time, Rutens, and try to eat some of this clock defensively.
Shanks. Schaefer around the horn. Emily Rogers, good ball movement by the Patriots. June takes it herself, and that's an offensive foul, and if that's correct, that should be her 5th.
Well, hats off to Danny June. She made a lot happen in this game. Very competitive.
Well, it is. And Jody Gall will come in. Well, she played a great game and very aggressive. I mean, when you got 5 fouls, you've gone to the hoop a lot and done your job.
And that shows how aggressive you are. When you don't, it's like my dad always said, don't come home and talk to me with only 1 foul under your belt. You gotta get in the box score at least from the in the foul column to show you're playing a little basketball and you're being aggressive defensively.
As Dickey was aggressive right there. She's got 18 points. Cedar Cliff now 5 of 23 now from the field in this half. That was a big bucket, just take a little momentum away, I thought.
Yeah, because, like I say, you're 2 threes away from, or 2 baskets away from it being a double-figure game. Yeah, and there's an and one.
Jody Gall, she's got 5, and she's going to go to the line. Well, what started out as a 14-1 blowout has at least gotten interesting.
Well, and hats off to Redland. Hats off to Coach Bell. They just, hey, let's take 1 possession at a time. I'm impressed with the Redland girls. I think there's a nice makeup of girls here. I mean, Cedar Cliff has certainly been impressive, just the way they've approached this game defensively, but even Cassie Zangari is a freshman. I mean, she just shows a lot of promise. We've seen some very good freshmen this year. How about Catherine Galball last week for CD East? Saw she had 17 again in the paper the other day. Just some really promising young players coming up. It's going to keep us having a job here, Greg.
Exactly. That's what we like. Coming up to 3 minutes left. Colts in the white with a lead in the basketball. And a foul out front. Well, I think our player of the game, if you had to pick right now, would be Vera Dickey and Danny June.
Absolutely. I definitely think you could make a case for Kaylee Borman as Redland as well, but Danny had to do a lot, and Cedar Cliff did a good job taking Kaylee out of it offensively with the early double teams. But yeah, 18 points from Dickey, and I don't think, Vera needs to get a lot of credit from her teammates. Her penetration and her kicks and her assists have set up a lot of opportunities for her teammates. So she's worth a lot more than 18 points out there.
Williams has 9, and it'll go back to the Colts. Stay with us here on ABC 27. Coming up at halftime, we will talk to most likely Mark Collier and Vera Dickey. And then we'll take a look at the beautiful new gym renovations that have been made, some of the renovations here at Cedar Cliff. And then Charlie and I look ahead to the big boys game coming up next. Two and a half left, fourth quarter. Still Colts ball. Laura Flanagan will come back in for Cedar Cliff.
This is one of the longer games, Greg. I mean, there just seems to be a lot of the fouls, the turnovers, just ball going out of bounds. Definitely one of the longest high school games I've been part of. And we're getting this second game off to a late start. If anybody's tuning in, it's just the nature of this game.
And the nature of this game's also been a lot of jump balls. That's probably the 5th or 6th jump ball we've had in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, and for anybody tuning in, we will following this game, we will tip off approximately 15 minutes for the start of the boys' game, so you can synchronize your watches, make your popcorn, because I'll tell you what, it's going to be a heck of a show. You got, 6'9", 6'11" there on the Redland side, and some athleticism to Cedar Cliff. It's going to be a fun basketball game to watch, and I know with a lot of teams off tonight, this game's purposely scheduled on an off night for the coaches and players and other teams to watch. There's going to be a lot of people staying up late tonight.
Yep, as that wide receiver once said, get your popcorn ready. 44-28 is our girls' score, the boys' game.
Hey, Greg, I'm a little young. Can you tell me who that wide receiver was that said get your popcorn?
It's just T.O. It's T.O.
I'll tell you what, I talked to someone the other day, that said that he was part of the Eagles organization. And I was surprised to hear he's here. They were just like a support personnel for Eagles. They said T.O. was the hardest worker on the team.
You know who's told me great things about T.O. is John Ritchie, who, of course, does commentary with us on ABC 27 and on ESPN, and he does stuff for us. And he said he loved the guy.
Yeah. Well, and T.O.'s definitely had some success in the NFL, that's for sure. And I think he's at 36 now, 35.
Yeah, that sounds right, yeah.
I mean, he looks in better shape than the 21. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he plays another 5 or 6 years. I don't know if we'll pull Brett Favre.
No, well, he may have hung too long. Ulrich comes away with a steal. Still working the baseline, and Katie Shanks was over her.
Girls' games tend to have a little more fouls, you know. But one thing about girls basketball players is they're a joy to coach. They listen to you. They don't talk back as much as boys. I'll tell you that. And they play hard. You know, girls basketball players play hard. You don't have to. You don't have to give them the hustle speech. It's more the X's and O's and what do you do. But I tell you what, I've always enjoyed coaching girls whenever I've had the opportunity. Now I have a couple young daughters coming up. I'm going to have plenty of opportunities to get broken in that direction.
Third point for Ulrich. Nice pass to Rogers.
That was a nice pass by Borman over the top. Looked like a little, looked like a football pass, you know, a little over the top there. What do they call that? Screen pass or whatever? And you throw it up over
a little screen pass, a little lob pass.
I played with Troy Drayton, by the way, so I didn't get many balls thrown to me when I was in high school.
He did all right for himself.
Yeah, but a little bit with the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
5 years, maybe 6. Troy's a great guy.
Yeah.
Still living in Florida. I don't blame him.
You know, he was doing a radio show down there. He was on the radio, and we went down there to do the Orange Bowl. I talked to him on the phone. We didn't catch up with him to do a story with him, but he had his own radio show down in Miami.
I ran into a classmate a couple weeks ago. He said, yeah, Troy's staying down there in Florida. And I was like, hey, he's the smart one.
That's the only state without any snow right now. So the lead down to 15 with a minute left, but certainly that's a nice finish for Redland.
Absolutely. Because Cedar Cliff has not stopped playing hard, so Redland can take the consolation away that they and they've kept their starters in the game. It's not like Cedar Cliff's emptied the bench or anything. This has been a very competitive situation, and they're basically, I believe, they're winning the quarter right now, Greg. They tied the third quarter.
Yeah, I'm doing quick math here.
Yeah, I was good at math here. I had some really good math teachers in high school.
I wasn't. 7.
I got 14-12 in my head.
Yeah, you're right.
Am I right?
Yep.
Okay. My head's good?
14.
Are you saying my head's
14.
good? Yeah, 14-12. That's
yep,
what
14.
I said.
Yep. Redland got the rebound. There's Kiana Williams to Dickey. Nice follow. And Redland, they're going to take time out. I think they're going to substitute.
It's a substitute. Coach Bell wanted to get his girls in the game. He even said, I don't need the timeout. I'm just trying to sub some kids in.
Yep. Well, there's a look at the Redland, the Red Sea. You're going to see the Golden Corral coming up. We're going to get set for this boys game coming up, and it's going to be a wild one. And again, a reminder, you can vote for the player of the game, our no insurance player of the game. Go to advancedhoops.com. You can log on, click on the icon that says TV games. And glad to get your vote. A lot of great stuff on the website. And again, as Charlie said, if you want to check out any of the other games, they're all on there. You can watch them all.
I'd like to, Greg, a special thank you to No Insurance. home-based business here in New Cumberland, along with Borman and Babbs CPAs, who will be the player of the game sponsor for the next game. They were very instrumental in helping get a game here and put the boys and the girls basketball teams on live TV.
Thank all of our sponsors. A lot of times our sponsors are folks who have an interest or a kid who goes to the school here with the individual schools, and that's what really has made it work. We've talked about the fact this is the first time Mid-Penn basketball on any regular basis has been on live television. We've seen them in York in the Lancaster-Lebanon League, and now we're happy to bring them on Mid-Penn. There's Maddie Todd into the game, and she'll get fouled on the way up.
Well, and Leah Marshall, number 20 for Cedar Cliff, just got in the game. She sang a beautiful national anthem. I thought that could have been an audition for American Idol or something. But that was flawless, it seemed like.
Yeah, we've had some great anthem singers this year.
Yeah, ECD East was a student as well, and I think she did actually have
Yes, she got a shot. Apparently American Idol looked at her and said, well, you're a little too young at the moment, but we'd like to look at you again.
Wow. Yeah,
quick steal.
I think the crowd's not happy that they keep stopping the game. You know, I think.
Yeah, I think they're anxious to play, but
yeah,
you
but
know.
I give the Fishers credit.
Sure.
They're going to give these girls all they deserve in the finish here, even though it's pretty much a done deal right now. But these girls getting in the game deserve it. Well, Aaron Halseth. He's a senior, I'm sorry. I got my wrong sheet here, Greg.
I think that's Nikki Lash.
Oh,
I'm sorry. No, it's not. If that's a JV player, I apologize. We don't have her number.
Oh, okay, well, credit Redland for going deep to the bench here.
Yep.
Giving these girls a chance to play in this atmosphere. I'll never forget when I was at Steel High as a freshman. Rod Brooken was a senior. And, Greg, I had the privilege to watch Rodney Brooken, who scored 2,400 points at Steel High, and he also scored 1,000 points at the University of Pittsburgh. Probably one of the best players this area has ever seen. I don't think anybody would argue with that.
Yep.
I had a chance to see him score 51 points on a Tuesday against CD.
Wow.
Central Dauphin on the road. And I had a chance to give him the last 3 assists against CD East, where he scored 53 on a Friday. So Rod Brooken scored 104 points. 104 points in 2 games, 1 week against the Central Dolphins. So
foul there with less than a second left.
I often tell people when they talk about, hey, what do you think of this player? What do you think of that player? Well, I said, I think this kid's good. I think that kid's good. But let me tell you something. I'd like to rewind the tape and show you the 1980s Rod Brooken, Jeff Lebo, Billy Owens in the crowd of 32, 34 a game. You know,
those were some unbelievable days
to
in
watch
local high school basketball.
Well, here's the thing: to watch 2 first-team All-Americans up close. Rod Brooken, probably 3rd or 4th team All-American, definitely a parade All-American up close. It's a sight to see.
Cedar Cliff's the winner, 47-32. We'll talk with Coach Mark Collier and Vera Dickey coming up. You're watching high school basketball live on ABC 27.
AAU spring basketball with advanced hoops. 21 teams last year, featuring the top boys basketball players from all over the region. Advanced Hoops AAU features 10 to 11 player rosters, guarantees playing time, all man-to-man style play, and every player gets professional skill training, along with top quality AAU tournaments. Advanced Hoops has helped over 25 high school athletes get scholarships over the last 2 years. Amazing results. I call this AAU with the follow-through.
Hello, can I help you? Oh, no need to worry, Mrs. Smith. My grandfather is Russ Failer himself and has been in business for over 30 years. At Russ's Auto and Trailer Sales, we have it all. We specialize in selling a complete line of trailers, a variety of used cars and campers. Our service department can do it all. And we even have a nice guy named Justin who answers the phone. And what do we tell him, Maddie?
Nobody fusses at Ross's.
Advanced Tubes professional staff has strategized and worked as a team to improve the 2010 training plan.
Feedback I've been getting from the conversation I've had with the parents and kids alike is they would like to see us implement a comprehensive skill evaluation.
The comprehensive skill evaluation will be the basis for recommendations and class placement. We are signing players up right now for the start of the spring program. Advanced Tubes has programs for the youth and novice players, but is mostly noted for helping top area high school players reach their individual potential and develop skills that college coaches are looking for. Advanced Hoops is currently assisting over 20 high school players with the college recruiting process through phone calls, website player profiles, and in-house 5-on-5 video footage. We have helped 7 players sign early, earning full scholarships to play college basketball.
Well, as we get set for the boys' game, the girls, the Cedar Cliff girls, a 47-32 winner. Talk with Mark Collier. That was a very intense second half, but talk to me about your team and how well they played throughout the game.
We had a really nice first half, which gave us a little bit of a cushion, and Redland really played a nice second half, and we were fortunate to come away with a victory tonight.
What does it mean to beat this team? I mean, you're going to face them again. This is a great rivalry, but a great atmosphere here.
It is a great atmosphere. Regardless of who we were playing, it was just great to win in front of the student body, and I'm sure the girls are very happy with the way they played and with the victory tonight.
All right, we're going to talk with the player of the game, Vera Dickey. They've been chanting your name over there. You had 18 points. Talk to me a little bit about the intensity of the game. You guys came out flying in the first half. They started to make a lit'll bit of a game in the second half. What did you think of the way you guys played tonight?
I'm very impressed with us. Coach got us ready. We were pretty prepared for it, so we did great. It was fun.
What does it mean to beat this team? This is a rival team. The atmosphere has been great. What did it mean for you guys to beat them tonight?
It means a lot. We had a good crowd tonight. We were ready. We were ready to go and win, so it was good for us.
Good. Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, very loud crowd. Mark, thank you very much. Congratulations. Charlie and I will be back with more high school basketball here on ABC 27.
Ryan and Todd from Hoffman Ford.
Harrisburg's largest volume and only Ford dealer. What does Hoffman Ford mean to you?
Respect, outstanding customer service,
honest communication, superior sales and service staff. Did you know that we're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week?
Check us out at hoffmanford.com.
Check out our new and used inventory, look for service specials, make appointments, get a quote, and even apply for credit.
That's right, just another reason why Hoffman Ford is Harrisburg's most powerful name in Fords.
Get ready to start popping with Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza. It's your favorite Pizza Hut pizza surrounded by 28 tasty cheese-filled bites. You won't be able to stop pulling them, dipping them, and popping them. And right now, a Cheesy Bites pizza with your favorite topping is just $11.99. Plus, add a 2-liter Pepsi and an order of breadsticks for just $5 more. The Cheesy Bites pizza deal won't last long, only $11.99 and only at your Pizza Hut.
Are color copies really 10 cents? Yeah, 10 cents.
It's easy. Call Fortney Printing. They punch in the order, copies get made, quickly put in boxes. Fortney Printing delivers on time.
Wow! Only 10 cents.
Advanced Hoops congratulates Redland's Mike Zangari for leading first-place Redland Patriots and scoring 21 points per game. Mike's attention to detail has made him a versatile 6'9" forward. A big congratulations to Lady Patriots senior standout Kaylee Borman for committing to Eastern University and combining with sophomore standout Danny June to lead their team in scoring and earning a grade point average of 3.9. Mike, Kaylee, and Danny are tonight's Select Medical Student Athlete Spotlight.
To be sure. Faulkner Toyota on Paxton Street across from the Harrisburg Mall invites you to check out our extensive assortment of new and used vehicles. Consider the excitement of driving the RAV4 or the functionality of our top-rated Sienna minivan. Test drive the super fuel-efficient Prius hybrid along with our Camrys, Corollas, Tacoma pickups, as well as a full selection of Scions. You'll find security, design, comfort, and a price that will fit your own lifestyle. Call or visit us at faulknertoyota.net.
All right, between games here at Cedar Cliff High School, we're going to talk a little bit about the beautiful renovations that have been done to the school and the gymnasium. Kevin Philgrove is the principal. Ken Roseberry is the athletic director. When we came in here the other day, I thought I was in a different building. What a gorgeous facility this is now. Tell me a little bit about what you've done to the gym.
Well, they basically took what we had and they gutted everything, and decided to come back with brand new floor. The sound system's brand new. The scoreboards, the backboards light up. We went from one extreme to the other. And the first time we went out and practiced it and played in it, they loved it. It was incredible.
And in that same vein, talk about what it does for your kids mentally to play in a new gym like this.
Well, I think it does a tremendous, because our basketball team has struggled in the past. I think this year everything's new uniforms, new gym. They go downstairs to a locker room that doesn't look like a dungeon. It looks like a locker room deserving of a mid-pen quality school.
Kevin Philgrove is the principal. We came in here the other day. We also saw the academic renovations you did. Talk a little bit about what you've done in the rest of the building.
Well, the most stunning feature of the building is out on Carlisle Road. If you look at Cedar Cliff now, you'll see a giant blue wall. Behind that is just a fantastic media center library where we've just upgraded really into the 21st century. It's a fantastic space.
And we talked about what it does for the kids athletically, but academically as well, which is the most important thing. What a great boost.
Yeah, it's amazing how much pride you can get as a student and how much care you take as a student whenever the facilities match what you're trying to do in a classroom. Our teachers have spent so many years working on refining instructional techniques and refining the way that they engage students in the classroom. For now us to have a facility to match that, a pristine facility, we're just really excited. The kids are excited.
Great, congratulations, a beautiful facility. Thank you.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks, Greg.
Kevin, Ken, thank you very much. Charlie and I'll be back to talk about the boys' game after this.
There's something to be said for a company that has survived the Great Depression, weathered a handful of recessions, and emerged from today's challenging marketplace stronger than ever. And it's worth noting local for more than 80 years. Perhaps growing deeper roots to ensure strength and stability is an idea whose time has come. We figured that out 8 decades ago. Penn National Insurance.